Hi guys, Jennifer Terrio from Warrior Rewild, and I am here today with a huge announcement. So today is a big day. Like if I was going to, I maybe even say it's a quantum jump. It is a direction shift and change. Some of it's going to seem just a little bit, it's more of an energetic change, it's more of an intent, it's more of my vision for the company is shifting a little bit. I have always come or built this entire philosophy with this final shift in mind, but it's taken some evolution both of myself, about my knowledge, and also for my understanding of really what it is that I want my mission and my message to be in life, right? So Warrior Rewild, let me just give you a little background if you're brand new to us, and welcome if you are, and don't forget to subscribe. But I've been a registered nurse for 22 plus years. In the 90s, there were two different things that I was studying. I was going to college to be a nurse in a traditional nursing school, and I started a traditional nursing career. But at the same time, way younger even, like in 7th and 8th grade, I really started this seeking. And I would say even younger, because I was a very odd young child, and I did things like when people were superheroes, I was God's sister. So I've always been a seeker. I've always been very spiritual. The understanding of the spiritual and the universal, why we're here, what we do, what is the purpose, how to really live in an optimal way, and how to live in passion and vitality has always been very important to me, even as a young child. I started playing with nutrition and understanding the importance of food at 7 when I announced to the world that I was a vegetarian. So and that was in the 80s when, there really wasn't that many vegetarians still, and not like today. And I'm not a vegetarian now, so just for those of you, I am very primal based as far as my nutritional beliefs go, but I also believe that we're all on different journeys, and I respect where everybody is. But for, so 4 years, for decades now, I have been working on synthesizing and integrating the technology, the understanding of what medicine and health and wellness is in the traditional allopathic paradigm of thought here in the United States in 2021. And blending, synthesizing, and integrating that with the wisdom of the past, right? And trying to figure out what are those mismatches. And when I say wisdom of the path, both spiritually, but then also looking at health and wellness through an evolutionary lens, right? Because there are true mismatches between the way that we evolved as a human species and the way that we are living, because we have evolved technology, information, and our civilization so quickly that we have lost some of the wisdom of the past and lost some of the fact that we evolved in a certain way. We have the ability to integrate, to take that wisdom, because in our body is written the wisdom. It's an innate wisdom written in our DNA, right? In our body, in the pathways and the cascades that happen. Our body knows how to be healthy. We just need to get out of the way, and we need to stop getting in the way with certain things. But it doesn't mean that we have to forgo the technology and the amazing advancements that we as the human collective have tapped into. It's about synthesizing, integrating, and blending. And that's what Warrior Rewild is about. It's about rewilding our souls, our mind, our body, and our soul, but rewilding it while we blend and integrate with the modern life and modern technology. We don't need to keep them separate. It's blending. So that's what Warrior Rewild has been up to for the last couple of years. But I've been very, very focused on the nutritional aspect, and then I kind of switched into being really focused on the nutritional and the physical aspect. So, I have been a very serious student of human nutrition for a very long time. I have looked at nutrition from the biochemical aspect, from the energetic aspect, from the physiological, yes, but also philosophical, because for myself, there's been a lot of needing to understand the spiritual aspect of why we would pick different types of food over other food, on top of the physiological aspects. So I do and have spent years teaching, coaching, and speaking about nutrition. And it is a passion. I do love it because what you put in your mouth becomes what your physical body is, and your body is your vessel. Okay? And there's been really bad information, really bad guidance, and I think purposeful confusion done in our society from the powers that be, and from wherever that information is coming from, be it purposeful or accidental. But there is confusion, there is misinformation, there is poor interpretation of the studies that exist, there is poor, improper outcomes of things because of economic and follow the money type thing. So I do feel that one of my passions is to clarify to people what a human species appropriate diet is. And that's another video, right? But just stop eating industrial foods would be the first step. Stop eating sugar, refined grains and vegetable oils, and you're really moving in the right direction. But so I've spent years speaking on nutrition, inflammation, fasting, insulin control, glucose control, the importance of this stuff. And then I started teaching Warrior Rewild because I do have that background. So my background is I'm not only been a registered nurse for well over 2 decades, but I've also been a yoga teacher for over 2 decades. I've been a Reiki master for over 2 decades. I've also, like I said, been an avid nutritional student, and I have also been a student of the universal laws. How do we jump into flow? How do we utilize the universal laws, the laws that govern the universe, to not only bring that to express our healthiest body, but also our healthiest body, our healthiest mind, our healthiest life, our optimal state. How to be happy, healthy, whole, to be able to chase your passions, to wake up with a passion, with a fire in your belly, and chase your passions every day, whatever that means to you. Warrior Rewild, we've been running around in the woods now for 6 months or so, where we get outside, we get our shoes off, we jump into cold bodies of water, we reactivate and stimulate these dormant pathways in our body to stimulate health and wellness and happiness and joy and passion and vitality. But really, so what are those 2 things? Those are 2, that's important, right? Your nutrition and movement are so important. But the 3 things that matter, right, is eat, move, think. So there's a big mental aspect to this. There is a big subconscious programming and limiting belief system aspect to this, because I could give you all the knowledge, and I could give you a diet and a move and programming, but if you're not ready, you can force it from the outside for so long. Have you ever lost 20 pounds and been really great, and then one day you eat cake and then it's fucking over and you're just spiraling out of control? It's because you didn't change deep enough. You forced it from the outside, but really you need to flow. You were swimming upriver, but you need to flow downstream. You're going to get the same results, only better and with less effort, and you're going to be happier, and you're going to have more energy to do the other things in life. Nothing should be a fight. Things can be difficult and uncomfortable, but inside flow. It's one of those things in the universe, right? The universe loves paradoxes. Ease and effort. Nothing should just be a fight. So utilizing and understanding these universal laws and learning to flow downstream and learning to reprogram your consciousness. So there's 3 steps, and this is the big quantum leap. So although I'm going to continue to teach primal living, I'm going to continue to teach you how to jump in the ocean to stimulate your, to upregulate the right, longevity genes, or how to eat correctly and how to gain that, heal that vessel, the physical body. So you have to be, but the fact of the matter is it starts here. It starts even beyond your conditioning. It starts with your vibration. It starts with your energy. Albert Einstein, good old Al, has this amazing quote. I want you to really listen to these words. Everything is energy. That's all there is to it. Match the frequency of the reality that you want, and you cannot help but to get it. It can be no other way. This is not philosophy. This is physics. Those are not my words. Those are Albert Einstein's words. Everything is energy. Everything is energy. And I know you guys have heard me talk about this, and we're going to dive into understanding this. What I believe that my purpose is, and what Warrior Rewild's mission is to bring the vibration, is to bring the concept of energy and the concept of vibration and the concept of how to heal your life and live an optimal human existence to everybody. Like, to demystify it, to take it out of, like, I know that everybody sees me as crunchy. I know that everybody sees me as hugging trees. Yes, I do all that. I want to use my link between the traditional world and the crunchy world, or the esoteric world, or the weirdo world, or whatever it is. I want a blending between the two. I don't think that we need to be two separate worlds anymore. And I think that you can be a completely quote unquote normal person living a normal life, and you can take some of these concepts and you can raise your vibe just a little bit. And you don't have to turn into a hippie or a tree-loving, crunchy granola girl. In fact, I would suggest you don't eat granola. In order to make these changes. It's about integration, synthesizing, integrating, and blending. Okay? So maybe some of these words will resonate with you. So if energy is something you have no concept with, just listen to some of my videos, because I'm going to start to dive in to explain them. But just because you can't see it doesn't mean it doesn't exist, right? We didn't know that electricity existed before Ben put the key on the kite. And now you turn on a light bulb, and can you tell me that you understand electricity? You use it, but do you understand it? Some of you might, some of you might not. But you turn on your light, you turn on your electricity, you plug in your computer, you're watching this on something that you use electricity to generate the power in order to use, right? So just because you can't see something, and just because traditional society hasn't necessarily been embracing it, doesn't mean it doesn't exist. So I ask you to expand your mind a little bit, to dive into this flow, to swim downriver a little bit with me in the upcoming weeks and months and years, and start to broaden your horizon. Be willing to learn. Be willing to change. So there's 3 steps in truly changing your life. And that is raise your vibration, heal your vessel, and change your life. So if you raise your vibration, you heal your vessel, you will change your life. But here's the kicker. And this is why those are not a 1, 2, and 3. They're 3 steps, but they're done all together. Because maybe they're a triangle, but the triangle is continuously rotating, because you cannot or will not get any success in anything that you want to do and improve or involve in unless you deeply understand that you and make the commitment to be willing to change. You have to change in order to evolve. So you can stay stagnant and completely be a victim and continue to whine and complain about why you can't lose weight, or why you can't fix your finances, or why you can't find love, right? You can keep whining and complaining about that. Or you can be willing to change, to step off the cliff, to fall backwards off the cliff, to become who and what you want. But you have to be willing to change. Raise your vibration and heal your vessel. And by vessel, I mean your mind, your body, and your soul. All right, guys, this is day 1. Subscribe, like, pass on the videos, join my Facebook group, my Instagram, maybe come I see people in Hingham, Massachusetts for energy work and coaching, but I also do it virtually. So if this video is getting to you and you're not in Massachusetts, then we can do this virtually. Or you can invite me and we can come I do retreats, I public speak, I work one-on-one, I do seminars. We have a lot of stuff. Actually, I'm collaborating with this amazing soul in Rhode Island, and we are going to be doing a lot of events experiences is what we're calling them. Lots of experiences. Experiences in which allow for transformation. It's bigger and more transformational than what I would say is a retreat. So we used to do retreats and we'll still do retreats, but we're looking to evolve from retreats to experiences, transformational experiences. So join along, float down the river with us. I'm at Warrior Rewild. So it's warrior-rewild.com. That's still being developed, so you will just see our emblem, but it should be up and running soon. We're on Facebook at Warrior Rewild and Instagram at Warrior Rewild. All right, until next time, float down river.